ICT 21 June paper 21 database. You have been supplied with the following source files. You already have the source files ready on your desktop. All these files are already on the desktop. Evidence document we already did. Evidence are ready. So evidence, I have the evidence already done. This is the evidence file with some answers. Actually, the word processing question is already answered. Okay, so evidence are ready, or the evidence file is ready. This is task 2 document. It is already done now. So let us skip. Let us start now with task 3 database. So database is access. The program we use to create databases is called Access, Microsoft Access, probably Microsoft Access 2013, or maybe Office 2016, or even 19, it doesn't matter. As long as buttons didn't change places. Okay, but Cambridge, they never use commercial names. They ban this, they don't allow it. So the question is database. But I have to tell you that the software used will be Microsoft Access, because right now we are doing practical. Okay, so task 3 database. You are going to prepare some reports. Inside database, there is a button called create report, but there is a long way to reach that create report button. There are so many things we have to do right now. First, we have to create the database, the empty database. And also we have to import some files. We have some data files. Okay. We will go through it all. And I hope it is clear from the first time. You are now going to prepare some reports. Dates. Actually, your computer settings must be English UK. Probably it is. If not, it will be English US. And the problem with US settings is that in the US, they use the month first. This will be totally a disaster for our question. If your computer setting is English US, I think the question, the database will be destroyed from the very beginning, and you will not be getting any rewards. So our computer is English UK. If you want to make sure, look at the date here. So it is 1701. So it is 17th January. Then the computer is UK. And then by default, when your computer is UK, then by default, the format for the date is day, month, year. Okay, so I'm not worried about this. My computer regional setting is English UK, and the date has the day first, day then month then year. Okay, let us go ahead. We will not face troubles. Using a suitable data.
I have a question.
Okay, let us come back to using a suitable database package. The suitable database package will be Access 2013, 16, or even 19. I don't mind, they all look the same, except maybe one button will not be in place. I will try to describe how to find it if we have some differences between versions. But please, when the exam says using a suitable database, go to your working area. We could remember, we call this the working area. That is 21 June paper 21. Okay, this is your folder. In the final exam, they will be asking you to rename it with your name, but I don't want to do this right now. Okay, you go here, you right click, new Microsoft Access Database. We talk when we are doing practical, we talk commercial names because we are doing practical on the computer. But the exam says database, I ask you to open Access. So right click, new Microsoft Access Database. And I would advise that you call it with your name. Name it with your name. So I just make it like this. For me, as an instructor, I call myself name. You put your own name. The Cambridge like that everything, it contains your name somewhere, your candidate number, your center number, so they can tell which work belongs to which student. But actually, after the exam, all your files are immediately deleted and nobody looks at them. Why I am telling you this? Because if something is not printed, you will not get any reward for it. Okay, so now the file is created with your name. When you enter, you click on enter on the keyboard, the name is saved, and when you click enter another time, the file is opened and the program is opened. I would recommend that you enable content. Okay, now I have the database ready, created, saved, opened, and it is saved in my work area. Okay, forever. When you see the exam telling you using a suitable database package, go right click, new Microsoft Access Database, give it your name. Okay, so this is an empty database. The point about using a database is that in a database, you have a lot of data and you create search conditions. And then the database goes on filtering that data, applying your search conditions and extracting some data, and extracting some results. Okay. Where is that data? We have to do import. The exam is asking you to import the file j2121athlete.csv. Where is that file? Probably it is here with the source files in your work area. But please do not go and double click on it. If you double click on it, it will open in Excel. And I'm not doing spreadsheets right now. Don't double click on it. You have to import. Okay, let us learn now how to import a table in Microsoft Access. So the exam says import the file j21athlete.csv. The file with an extension .csv actually is a text file. .csv is a text file. I need this piece of information. Actually, I need 3 pieces of information. Why? Because I will use them right now. I have 3 options I would like to select when I'm doing, so I have to explain those 3 options. First, that file, any file that is .csv, CSV comes from comma separated values. It's a table with values separated by commas, saved in text format. So the three pieces of information are: number one, that .csv is a text file. I need this. The second information, it is comma separated. There is an option called delimited. I will use it. I will use the option delimited, and the delimiter will be comma. Delimiter is the separator. Okay, the third option is that the file will contain field names at top of it. What does this mean? I will show you. Okay, let us find that import. Let us go and find that import option. Okay, this is Microsoft Access. Okay, you need to use this menu that is called external data. You need to use this menu that is called external data. Here you have import and link, and here you have export. Okay, right now I am dealing with import. Maybe what is meant by import? Import is that getting data from outside Access into it. What is export? Export is that extracting data outside of Access. I don't have any data right now. It is so empty. I think I'm using import. I never use link. I use import. So import what? Okay, from our discussion, we import text file. So here I have the menu called external data. It is divided into two parts. One part is called import and link. The other is called export. Now I am focused on import and link. Okay, so I am importing a text file. Following our discussion, the .csv file is a text file. So I just click here, import. It's called import text file. Okay, click on it. You get that window, and you can use that window to locate the file. Let us browse and locate the file. What the file is called? J21 athlete.csv. Okay, browse. Where can I find it? Definitely on the desktop. And the exam we are doing is 21 June. I have so many files on the desktop. Okay, but I'm doing 21 June paper 21. This is my work area. In your final exam, you will not find any other past paper files. You will only have the source files of that particular exam. So it will be easier than we have now. I think this is the file. Okay, let us open it. Okay, so now the file is located. Okay, let us now go through that. We call this a wizard. It's kind of magic. It's helping me to do difficult tasks. In Access, I will be using wizards as much as possible because it is making difficult things easier. The only thing I need to teach you is to know which options to select. Okay, here I have two options, import and link. Definitely and forever, I will use import. You know why? Because the exam is saying import. The exam is saying import. Okay. Okay, import. Okay, please keep it. And many of the options are just left at their defaults because Access is kind of auto-detecting and is suggesting options for you. Plenty of them, I will leave them defaults, but it's all your responsibility, of course. Okay, so import into a new table in the current database. Actually, this is what I want to do. Okay, click on OK. Okay, now I have import text wizard. Okay, I'm doing it the correct way, the right way. This is the data. This is the data in the file. Very soon, it will be properly organized into a table. Very soon, if I follow the right options. I have two options here, delimited or fixed width. Forever, I will take it delimited. You know what is meant by delimited? Delimited is separated. And the file .csv is comma separated values file. So leave it delimited. And the delimiter will be a comma. Leave it delimited. Just click next. And the delimiter, leave it a comma. Please notice that data now is divided into columns. Very soon, I will end up with a table. It will be very useful. Okay, just leave it like comma. Just leave it like this. Type. There is one important, actually, until now, I'm doing nothing. I'm just saying next and next. Okay, let me tell you the first thing you have to do yourself and the first thing you have to remember. Please remember to click on that first row contains field names. Let me show you. If you click on it, see? The file already comes with field names in the first row. So all you need to do is remember to tick this option. First row contains field names. What is meant by field names? Field names are the titles for data underneath. So this is the last name, and these are last names of students or customers. I don't know what the question is talking about. And this is the first name, and these are first names. Athlete ID, they are athletes. This is the athlete ID. This is the nationality. This YOB. I think YOB is year of birth. Gender, male and female. Okay, what I want to think of right now is first row contains field names, and these are field names. If you forget to take it, I think the problem, the question will get really messed up. Will get really messed up. Okay, please remember, first row contains field names. It always goes like this. Always goes like this. Okay, first row contains field name and then next. What else? Please remember, in that window, click on the button advanced. In that window, click on the button advanced, and I will tell you right now why. Click on the button advanced. What do I have here? When you click on the button advanced, that window will look so much like what you have in the question paper. It will help me. It will help me. The question says, use these field names. Field names are already taken by ticking first row contains field names. And data types. See, when you click here on advanced, first you get here last name, first name, last name, first name, exactly like the question. Is very helpful. And what about data types? You know, in order to store data properly in a database, each piece of data has its own type. For example, names are text. So last name, the exam wants last name to be text. Access wants the database to be short text. What shall I do? Keep it short text. It's just some few differences in names. Just few differences in names. But please know that when the exam wants you to make it text, just leave it as short text. This is specific in Office 2019-16, the version we are using. Okay, okay. Many of the data types will be properly auto-detected. Hopefully. Access auto-detected that last name will be text that is called short text. Okay, just leave it. Just leave it. What else? First name will also be text. Okay, again, short text. Athlete ID will be number. I have two types of numbers. I have number integer. These are whole numbers without decimal places. Also, I have real numbers that contain decimal places. So athlete ID here taken long integer. Why not? Just keep it long integer. Okay, it looks strange because you're seeing this for the first time. But after you practice, you will know very well that text will be taken short text. And integer will be taken long integer. And don't bother yourself asking why or what about short integer or whatever. It doesn't make any difference for you. Just some name difference, just some name difference in names. Just leave it like this. It's not important. It's not important to discuss. It doesn't matter. Okay, what else? Nationality is text. Okay, short text. I'm not surprised anymore. YOB. YOB comes from year of birth. So it should be number integer. Here long integer. Why not? Excellent. Gender is text. So gender is male and female. Here it is taken as text. Perfect. So as you can see, everything was left as default. It's not always be like this, but here the exam is simple. Okay, after you practice, you will get used to what will be left as default and what will be have to change it yourself. Right now, I'm changing nothing. Okay, okay. Just press on OK. Now I checked data types, field names and data types. Okay, next. Okay, this is a very important topic. This is called the primary key. Let us see the question. The question says, set athlete ID as the primary key. Here is asking me about the primary key. What shall I do? Choose my own primary key and never leave it like this. Make sure it is athlete ID. But probably you don't know what is meant by primary key. Let me explain. But here without understanding, I will let you understand right now. But here the exam says, set the athlete ID field as a primary key. You just check, choose my own primary key and make it athlete ID. Okay, what is that ID thing? Everyone will have a different ID number that may never repeat. I'm giving athletes, everyone having his own ID number, and ID numbers, they never repeat. It helped me with a lot of things. In the database world, we call this primary key. So the primary key is the data item that never repeats, is never duplicated. We call it unique. We use it in search. We use it in relationships. We will study this right now. Like your candidate ID number in your center, that candidate ID number will never repeat. Okay, this is the concept of primary key. It is quite important to set the primary key. The exam is saying it clearly, set the primary key athlete ID, and it is just very easy to set. Then next, what else? Nothing. Just finish. Okay, and that yellow window I never use. Save, import steps I never use. Just close. Okay, here a table showed. This is my data. Click on it, double click on it. Finally, this is what I was aiming for. Now I successfully imported the file as a table. Okay. Okay, I'm happy with what. See, it has 2,239 records. Every line of data, we call it record in a database. Every column, we call it field. At the top, we have field names. And one of them will be a primary key. And in this case, it is athlete ID. Okay, I'm happy. Okay, what else? Let us do it all over again. Let us do the import all over again with another text file. Okay, okay. When things repeat, they become easy. Let us repeat. Okay, but there is one piece of advice. This table, please close it from here. Close it from here. I like this area to be totally empty, except from the one item, we call it object, except from the object I'm working on. So this table is now correctly imported and saved. Close it. Why? Because I will start all over again. This time with the file 2121 events.csv. Okay, let us do it all over again. This is external data and text file. And if your computer does not look like this, you know that this button will be called new data source. You know how to find your way. So this is text file. And browse. Now I would like to 2121 events. Yes, this is 2121 events. Okay, again open. What? Import the source into a new table in your current window. Yes. Actually, this time I would like to go a bit faster. It is not new to you anymore. So, okay. Leave it as delimited, already explained. Leave it as delimited. Next. Leave the separator as comma. But remember, first row contains field names. And next, here, click on advanced. Click on advanced. Why? Because you get a window that looks like your question. Aho, use these field names, already used, already taken, because I checked first row contains field names. All questions go like this. Okay, let us now check data types and see if we have to modify anything. Event ID is text. Okay, event ID is short text. No surprise. Location is text. Country is text. Okay, short text, short text. Okay, what is new? Date is date time. Oh, perfect, perfect. Access is suggesting that it should be date with time. Yeah, yes. Date / time is date with time. DMY, what does this mean? Means date order is day, month, year. Let me check. Yeah, perfect. Here it is, date order, DMY. By default, why? because my computer is English UK. If your computer is English US, you will find it here MDY. You can choose the correct one, but I cannot promise that the exam will go smoothly. Okay, we don't have to worry about this because examiners are responsible of making your computer in the final exam English UK. Okay, just everything is going fine. Swim number, swim meter number, swim. Okay, let us now discuss what is the difference between long integer and double. Long integer is integer, that is whole numbers only. Double is used for real numbers with decimals. So swim, maybe this is the distance in meter. I think distance in meter may contain decimals. Please change that long integer to double. This is more convenient, more safer. Just make swim meter double, so that maybe I will need some decimals and I can type decimal. When it is double, I can enter decimal numbers. And Access is already suggesting that bike will be double, run will be double, water temp will be double, air temp will be double. Oh, I think all these numbers need to be double. What is the meaning of being double? Double is real number. Okay, what else? Wetsuit, Boolean logical. Boolean logical is a yes, no field, is an on and off field. So it says wetsuit, Boolean logical, to display as yes, no. Don't leave it. Yeah, this is now very critical. Don't leave it long integer. Totally unacceptable. Make it yes, no. Make it yes, no. So wetsuit, make it yes, no. And this yes, no is Boolean logical. Okay, res director is text, left as short text. Res whatever here is text, left as short text. Okay, done for now. But as you can see, data types are not always left in their defaults. It's your responsibility. Okay. But Access is helping a lot. Okay, done with specifying data types. Okay, it is time to click OK, and then next. Now it is time for the primary key. The primary key is very important. Set event ID as the primary key. Choose my own primary key and make sure you are selecting event ID. Okay, next. And finish. I never use this window. Close. Okay, here I have the table events. Have a look at it. Actually, I am seeing a problem. I know it. Here, that wetsuit field, it displays zeros and negative ones. The exam doesn't want this. The exam wanted to display as yes, no. And as I remember, I already did this. I made it yes, no. Why is it like this? It doesn't matter if you know why it is like this. The only matter is to know how to fix it. I know this problem. It always go like this. It always goes like this. And I know how to fix it. To repair anything in a table, you need to go into the design view of that table. We will be using design view so many times. We will be using design view so many times. I would like to go into the design view of that table and repair that 0, -1 thing. As I remember, I made it yes, no. I already did. What is wrong? It doesn't matter. It always goes like this. Let us repair it. Let us learn how to repair it. I would like to go into the design view of the table. Okay. Click on home. Click on the menu home. And that triangle thing is the design view. We will be using it with so many things other than table. Click on it. Click on it. This is the design view of the table. I can change settings of the table. I can change data types. Let me check. Wetsuite is already yes, no. What else shall I do? I know what else shall you do. In the design view, wetsuit is already yes and no. What else shall I do? Go down to the format and make it again yes and no. So save and show the result. Yes, I made it yes and no. Some computers, some versions of Access, they behave differently. Like, for example, you will never see it -1 and 0. You see it tick and tick. You see it as a checkbox. Some versions of Access, they just show the yes and no field as checkbox. Let me tell you how to repair, because the exam insists on having it yes and no. Okay. Let me tell. Go again to the design view. And again, select that field with yes and no. And go down to format. This time, go to this menu. Look up. Go into here. You will find that your computer is making it checkbox. Make it text box. Make it text box. And go back to general. And save. And look at the data. Hopefully, it will be like this. Okay. So the second table is properly imported. Okay, a third one. Let us import a third table. Okay. When we do repeated tasks, we get confident. We go a bit faster. Import the file J2121 results.csv. But my advice is close this table. Close this table. Again, external data and text file. And if your Access version is different, you will find here a button called New Data Sources. I will just click here, text file, and locate the file. Browse. The file is called results. Yeah, J2121 residence. And open. I will leave it import. I will not discuss this anymore. I will leave it import. And okay. I will leave it delimited. And next. I will check. I will tick. First row contains field names. And next. Here I will click advanced and see what do I have to do with field names and data types. Field names will be already taken because of first row contains field names. Okay. Athlete ID text. That is short text. Okay, no problem. Athlete event ID is text. Athlete ID is number. Athlete ID is long integer. I don't mind. Next. Start number is number. Long integer again. Okay. What is this? Swim T1, bike T2, run. They are date and time formatted. HH means 2 digits for the hour. MM means 2 digits for the minutes. SS means 2 digits for the seconds. Okay, okay. First, they are all taken date with time. Okay, so leave them for the moment all as date with time. And in the design view, I cannot control this right now. I don't have the option to control it right now. In the design view, we will set it as I remember. This will be long time as I remember. As I remember. Okay, let us go ahead. Outcome is text. Outcome short text. Okay. Position is number. Position long integer. Okay. Total time, date with time, again HHMMSS. Okay, leave it like this for now. Okay, and next, the primary key. Oh, do not set a primary key. Why not? Why not? No primary key. I have it here. Next. Finish. And close. Okay, this is the table. This is the table. Let us look at it. What do we have to do? We have to go to Home, Design View, and then Swim, Date and Time. Please make it long time. Make it long time. This is HHMMSS. For all of them, make it long time. There are so many things you have to learn. But the good thing with Access is once you go through a complete question, a complete exercise, probably all other exercises, they look the same. So here we have to make them all long time. Make them all format long time. And this long time. And the last one, total time, make it long time. Okay. Okay, done. Okay. Save and let us look at the data again. As you can see, 2 digits for the hour and then a colon, and 2 digits for the minute and then a colon, and 2 digits for the second, and this is like here. Okay, perfect. Okay, save the data. Every now and then I save the data. Now here the evidence There are so many evidences I need to take. This is very important. Now I can collect the marks. Place in your evidence document. Remember, this is the evidence document. Place in your evidence document. This is evidence number 4. Here, evidence number 4 is empty. Tamam? Place in your evidence document screenshots. They are many screenshots showing the primary keys, field names, and data types used in all 3 tables. Okay, we have plenty of screenshots. Let us do the 3 tables in order. I don't want to forget anyone. It will be like this. Open the first table. Go to the design view of the first table and take a picture of this area. This area. Because this is the primary key. See that small key? This is the icon of a primary key. And these are field names and data types. I don't need to take a picture of the field properties underneath. It is enough to take a picture of field names and data types, including the primary key. Okay, I will do this. This program is called Snipping Tool. You can type here SN, and then you get that snipping tool. I like to use it. New. I picture this from the first table. And it goes into evidence 4. I press enter. Close this. Open the second table. Go to the design view. Again, snipping tool, new. Picture this. And put it here. I will give you time right now. What else? Close this table. Open the third one. Home, design view, snipping tool. Take a picture of field names and data types. And put it here. Here I press enter. I get a new line and I paste it. Okay. Now I have 3 screenshots of the 3 imported tables with field names and data types. See, this one does not have a primary key. The exam wanted like this. Remember to save. Every now and then save the evidence file. I don't want to lose my work. As you can see, we have taken screenshots of the 3 tables. At the end of the exam, when you save, and at the end of the exam, you will be asked to print the evidence document. As you can see, your name is in the header of every page of that evidence document. Make sure you hand this to the vigilators or examiners in your final exam to get the marks. 5 marks. Okay. Not too much, but actually these steps are the basics for completing the rest of the question. What did we do now? We are preparing the data. We prepare the data. Okay, let us do this one. Now we have a database with 3 separate tables. Actually, these tables will be linked together. Actually, we are doing what is called relational database. With a relational database, you have 2 or more tables. I have 3 with some sort of relationships between them. These tables are linked in some way. The exam is asking you now to link those three tables in a very specific way. Let us read the question and do exactly as required. It is easy and straightforward. We will know what does this mean very soon. The exam is asking you to create relationships, and those relationships shall be one-to-many. What does this mean? I will show you. It will be very clear in a minute. That links relationships as links between the. Okay. Let us first go to the window, to the relationships window in the database, and then do the task and explain what does it mean while doing it. It will be very easy, it will be very clear, and all exams go like this, so there will be very little confusion. Relationships. Okay, let us go now to relationships. Please remember, I'd like to close all objects here. I would like to close all the objects here. Okay, closed. Where can I find that relationships button? Here in database tools. Remember, database tools. And this button is called relationships. Mesh. See, these are the three tables I already imported. I would like to show them all. Highlight the three tables and add. Okay, thank you. Close this window. See, this is the results table with all the fields in it. And this is the events table with all the fields in it. See, I am arranging things and making sure all fields are visible. Okay. Let us now do the linking. Let us read the exam carefully and do exactly what is required. Link between the athlete ID field in the athlete table. Let us look for this. This is the athlete table, and this is the athlete ID. You know what is that key? This is a primary key. That key indicates that this field is the primary key. I already chose this myself. Remember? So I would like to link that field and the athlete ID in the results table. Where is that? This is the results table. And this is the athlete ID. But here without a key. Okay. This is the athlete ID with a key because it is a primary key here. And remember, in the results, it has no primary keys. Okay, I would like to link those together. I would like to move that table away and put that table over here. Okay, now I will drag one of them and drop it on the other. I will drag one of them, either of them, it doesn't matter. So this is athlete ID, drag and drop it exactly over the other athlete ID. And double check in that window. So athlete ID in the athlete table with the athlete ID in the results table. Okay. This is exactly what needed. And there is also one happy thing. Relationship type is one-to-many. So happy because I want it to be one-to-many without even knowing what is that one-to-many means. Okay, we will know right now. but the exam wants it one too many, and it is already one too many. So I have to be happy. Just click create. Okay, but why? Why is it one too many? I will explain it to you. As you can see, I have a link between that athlete ID and this is a primary key, which means it never repeats. So it occurs once. I call this the one side because it has a primary key. But this doesn't have a primary key. So it may repeat. So this is the many side. So as the exam instructed me to select primary keys and I did it accurately, and the exam is instructing me to link that field with that field and I did it accurately, it is one too many. Accurately, happy. Okay? Actually, you cannot control whether it is one too many or not. It depends about primary keys. We went through the exam correctly, and then things are getting in the correct place. One too many. Okay, very happy, very happy. Let us do the other one. Hopefully, it will be as required. Actually, there is some science behind this, but we don't study this. Actually, all relationships should be one too many. There is some science behind this, but we don't have to go through it. Again, let us do the other one. And if we are lucky, it will be one too many. It's not about being lucky. It's about being accurate. Okay, event ID in the events table and event ID in the results table. Event ID, it is not here as a primary key in the result. And this is event ID in the event table. It is a primary key. Okay, so I will end up with a one too many. Let us drag one of them and drop it over the other. Anyone. Accurately over the other. And double check. This is event ID in the events table with event ID in the results table. Happily, I can see it is one too many. Again, why? Because I am linking one primary key with another non-primary key. I have been following instructions in the exam accurately, and things are going in the right way. Okay. Okay, 2 marks. But it's not about the 2 marks. It is about the rest of the exam would be destroyed if you don't do this exactly. Let us take evidence. Place in your evidence document screenshots showing the type of relationships between the 3 tables. I have a small problem. I would like to take a screenshot. See, right click edit. I would like to take a screenshot of this window. One too many. And then afterwards, I will take another screenshot, edit relationship with that other window. I cannot do it in one screenshot. Okay, the exam says screenshots. Okay. So this is the first window. Snipping tool. I picture this. And this should be evidence 5. Yes, evidence 5. Click on enter, new line. Close this. Here, edit relationship. Another picture. Okay. And put it here and save. Okay, okay. Let us save everything. Save that relationship and close that relationship window. Relationships are now created and saved in the background. Eventually, I will be using them. Let us go next in the exam. Enter the following details as a new record in the athlete table. This is the athlete table. Double click on it. You can see, you know what is meant by record? Every line is called a record. Let me show you something. You know that plus, see, that plus is because of the linking. That plus, now tables are linked together. But I don't need to do this. I'm just explaining for you that relationships are doing a lot of work. Okay, just don't do anything right now. But that plus is because of the relationships created. Actually, it is taking that athlete ID and looking into the other table and bringing matching records together. Just keep this in your mind. Now I'm required to do something really simple. Go down until the end of the data, or you can click on that button. That yellow button is called new blank record. Click on it. This is a new blank record. And go on copying. Last name. First name. Actually, in the exam, you cannot do that copy and paste. Because in the exam, this will be paper. Okay, okay, take your time and copy exactly without any mistakes, because it says check your data entry for errors. So double check and save the data. After you finish typing, save the data. Okay, let us go ahead. As you can see, we are collecting marks. Actually, happy. In the results table, close the athletes table and open the results table. Okay, in the results table, locate the record with athlete ID 15318. I have so many records. I have 822 records, and I need to find records with the athlete ID 15318. Okay, you cannot do this on your own. You need the help of a tool in Access that is called filter. Okay, okay, because this is too much to do it manually. See, they are sending you a database with so many records. Okay, click on that button, unselect them all, unselect them all, 15318, unselect them all, 15318, only highlight this, 15318. So unselect them all and only select 15318 and click OK. 15318. and click OK. Yeah, okay, found. I couldn't do without the help of the filter. Okay, okay. And event ID MX3210585. Yes, this last one. This is the record they are asking me to find. Okay, what shall I do? I found it. Amend. Amend the details as follows. Swim. Make the swim. Actually, I'm doing copy and paste. But this will not be available for you in the exam because this question paper will be hard copy. T1. Yeah, T1. Just copy. Position 1. And instead of 3, make it 1. Okay. Okay. I did the amendment. So the exam is going like this, is asking you to add a new record in one table and is asking you to amend some data in another table. And you are collecting marks. Okay, okay, okay. After this, please remember to save the data, clear the filter, select all. Okay, now I am back to all the data. Okay, save and close. Now comes to the big task. This is such a big task with so many things required. But the good thing about databases is that questions, they all look the same. Everything is new to us today because we are doing the first question ever. But things next will become familiar. How can we do this? Okay, let's go through it slowly until everything becomes familiar. Let me explain. Using field from all the tables. Yeah, I have 3 tables. I will make use of fields from all the 3 tables. What shall I do? Produce a tabular report. See? Create. And this button is called Report Wizard. But things are not that easy. There is one thing in the middle I have to tell you. It is so new. But very soon it will be so much common and so much familiar. I have a problem. I have a problem. I would like to do a report. From my experience, select records where these are search conditions. So actually, I want a report with all these things fulfilled. But I have a problem. From my own experience, that will very soon becomes your own experience. These lines, these are search conditions that need to be done through a query. Again, it is a bit confusing, but this confusion is only for the first time. The exam is asking you to create a tabular report, but the point is Those few lines, they represent search conditions. And search conditions can only be done using a query. So my plan will be as follows. I will create a query from all three tables. I will copy all the data from the three tables and put them into a query. Inside this query, I will put these search conditions. Then data will become less, because when you put a search condition, it filters. It is kind of filter, but I will not be using filters anymore. I will be using criteria. Okay? So I will create a query, put all data from the three tables into that query, apply those three search conditions, save, and take the data from the query to the report to build that tabular report, and then fulfill the remaining. Okay, let us go ahead. It will be new for the first time, but then forever it will go like this. Forever it will go like this. So actually I will read it like this. Using field from all tables. For the moment, I will produce a query. Let us go to the database. Here are the three tables. Put the pointer on the first table. Create query wizard. I love wizards. They help me. Mashi? So select the first table, create query wizard. Forever it is simple query wizard. And okay. Which fields do you want in your query? I want all fields from the three tables. This is the first table, athlete. Double click to take all fields. Then this is the table, events. Double click to take all fields. And then this is table, results. Double click to take all fields. Plenty of data. We have to manage a lot of data. Hopefully we will manage through. Okay, so I copied everything from the three tables, and they are a lot. Okay, because this is a recent exam, a serious and realistic one. Okay, click on next. I have two options, either detailed query or summary query. Let us say forever detailed query. Next. What title? I recommend that you call this query, please call it Q19, because it comes from question 19. Because soon I will have 2 or 3 queries in my exam, and I want to know which is which. I will just call it Q19 and finish. Now I have copied all data from the 3 table, put together into that query. And see, go to home, design view. Yeah, something different. That criteria thing, I can put search conditions here. And see, these are the relationships I already created. Just don't think of them. They are working in the background. I did them accurately and correctly, and they are working for me in the background. Save and run. This is all the data. Okay, let us go through these search conditions one by one. I have to do all those three search conditions, and Access will find only records that fulfill those three conditions. Please allow me to do them in the easiest way, to explain. I will do this first. Why? Because here there's a trick. I don't want to go through it right now. Let me do this first. The order doesn't matter. Outcome is complete. Let us have a look. Where is that outcome? Outcome column. Plenty of data. Yeah, this is outcome. As you can see, some outcome is complete. Others are, I don't know what does this mean, or that, or that. I don't care. Now I would like to put a criterion. Always use criteria. I would like to put a criterion in the field outcome to only search and display complete. Okay, let us do it. I will copy complete from here because I don't like to do any spelling mistakes. I will show you now. If I do one typing mistake, I will show you. But first, let us do it correctly. So I copied complete. I go to Home Design View. And then I'm searching for outcome. Yeah, here is outcome. Here in the criteria, this row is called criteria. Here in the criteria, underneath outcome, type complete. I took it copy and paste because I don't like to see any typing mistakes. Okay. So I click underneath. You will see that Access will put them between speech mark. Thank you. Thank you very much, Access. The point now is save, and run. Run the query. Let us have a look at data. Excellent. Only records with outcome complete is shown. Thank you. Thank you. Let me do a typing mistake. Again, I go to the design view and then I will miss one letter. Save and run. As you see, nothing. You end up with nothing. So if you make one little typo, all the data will be gone. Okay. Let us be very accurate. Save and run. Okay, I'm happy. Working. What else? Nationality. Let us have a look at the nationality column. Nationality. Yes. Yeah, here is nationality. I'm only looking for nationalities that are AUS or NZL. That or is called union. Means everything together that are AUS or NZL should appear. How can I type it? Type it like this in the nationality column. Allow me to copy and paste. You cannot. So in the nationality, here the nationality, home design view. Yeah, here is nationality. Type it like this. AUS space and type or space NZL. And then when you click on the row below, AUS will be with speech marks, or the O will be capital, and NZL will be with speech mark. Let us see the results. Save and run. Let us see the result. NZL is showing, AUS is showing, the union of them is showing. Okay, successful. So I did this. Actually, Access is applying this together with this. And let us go into here, because here I have something different. It says location includes. That command word includes will make a difference. That command word includes will make a difference. Includes the text have. So location, yeah, here is location. If you apply the criterion ham like we did, all the data will be gone. Let us try. Let us try. Add home, design view, add location. In that criterion, on the same line, let us put ham. Save and run. All the data is gone. Okay, so this is not the way it should go. What shall I do now? Go back and remove this. Save and run. And let us examine it more carefully, because we did a mistake. The exam says include. So I have, in a way or another, put a command to look for the letters HAM within other letters, because the question says includes. As you can see, when I wrote include ham, nothing showed. Okay, let me tell you now how to do it correctly. We will make use of what is called wildcards. Okay. I have to convince Access to search for anything, including ham, with any text before or any text after. I'm looking for fields with the letter HAM, with anything before and anything after. How can I write that anything? Anything with Access is that thing, the asterisk. Here it is working as a wildcard. So I will put asterisk, ham, asterisk. That asterisk is the multiplication sign, Shift 8 on the keyboard. Okay? And when I click underneath, Access is completing things for me. When I click underneath, it says like, because I'm not searching for asterisks. I'm searching for something that looks like ham with anything before and anything after. Hopefully it will work now. So asterisk, ham, asterisk, and you click underneath. Access is helping you and typing and putting like with quotation, save and run. And this is what is intended to be. Okay, done. Okay, done with those 3 search conditions. And for the moment, done with the query. What shall I do? Save that query, close it, take the data from that query. That's why I'm calling it Q19. I don't want to get lost. I will take the data from that query and go and build that tabular report and do the remaining requirements, and then I will be done. Okay? Okay. For the moment, I am done with the query. Okay, save. This is Q19. Now I'm done. Save, close, select. Why? Because now I will be building a report upon the data in Q19. Now it is time to go and create report wizard based on the data in here. Okay, okay, report wizard. Please double check that you are taking your data from query Q19. Okay, also show only the fields. Don't go and double arrow. It is now time to select the fields to show. So as you see, the exam is going in the same direction my solving is going. So first name. So I take first name, then last name, then last name. And I have to take, and I have to watch out for the order because it says in this order. So I have to bind the order. تمام؟ طيب يبقى first name, last name, YOB, nationality, nationality, location, outcome, position. Okay, only the fields. Okay, these are only the fields. If you take anything more, you will be penalized. In this order, yes, in this order. Okay, next. I have a little problem. Data is split into 2 halves. First name, last name. There, data is split. Somehow this is called grouping. The exam says do not group the data. But I can see the data is grouping. I want to get rid of this. Click on here. Okay, grouping is gone. So if you click on here, you have grouping. Here you have grouping. Click on the, just pick up the table that will remove any grouping. Always remember to do this. Okay, okay, grouping removed, gone. Next. Do you want to add any grouping level? I don't want to. I don't want to. Okay. Next. What sort of order do you want for your records? Actually, it needs sorting. But I will not use that option. I know it. If I use it, the field nationality will be moved from the correct location and be on the far left. I don't want to use it. Just don't use the sort here, and I will teach you how to sort it in another way. Just don't use this forever. Don't use it. Next. Okay. Layout tabular. Yeah, sure. Tabular report. Layout tabular. Orientation. Let me check. Portrait. Has a page orientation of portrait. Okay, portrait. Some other questions, they must be landscape. Here, portrait. Adjust the field width so all fit on a page. Yeah, keep it. Fits on a single page. Please keep this. Next. What title do you want for the report? It is mentioned. Includes only the text, whatever that I cannot spell correctly, whatever results as a title at the top of the page. Okay, just type it here. Just type it here. Accurately. And finish. And finish. Okay, this is the report. Not completely correct. There's a lot of things I need to do. Like, for example, I didn't do the sort. I didn't do the sort. But soon I will finish. Soon I will finish. It's coming to an end. I need to put my name somewhere before printing. I have one little problem now. It says, the question says, data and labels displayed in full. What is this? This data is not displayed in full. Also position is missing. I have to do a lot of repair. But this is the way it should go. Now I have to spend some effort on repairs, and finally it will be in the way it should be. Finally it will be ready to be printed. Now I am in the print preview, but it is not ready yet. Close that print preview. It needs repair. And go to the layout view. Let me tell you how to repair. So click on first name, and on the keyboard click on shift and then highlight the date. So again, I click on first name, I click on the keyboard on shift, and then click on the data. So the field name and the data are highlighted together. And then I start rearranging column widths. So last name, shift the data for last name. I'm trying to make room. YOB, shift the data for YOB. See, now numbers are visible. Nationality, shift nationality. Location, shift location. Outcome, shift outcome. And where did position go? I remember I took it. Please go to the design view. Probably it is that thing. Can you? Probably it is that thing. Okay, found. Okay, you have to, you have so many things you have to fix. Okay, okay, go down, because you may have some longer items at the bottom of the table. I think I did my best. Everything is visible. If one item is not visible, you lose one more. Okay, what else? Let me do the sorting. I didn't do the sorting because it would move that column on the left, and bringing it back to position is totally difficult. Now I can do now the sort. Let me tell you how. When you are in the layout view, go to that design menu and click on that button, group and sort. This is group and sort. When you click on it, you have here add a group or add a sort. Never add a group. The exam is very clear. Do not group a date. Actually, we don't know what is grouping is. We don't need to know. Just don't group the date. I think the exam is writing it here because so many candidates are just doing add a group instead of add a sort. I would like data into sorts data into ascending order of nationality. Okay, add a sort and then nationality, and leave it like this, A on top, and it is ascending. Okay, here you see AUS is on top. Okay, what else? And ascending order of position, another add a sort and position. Okay, so Access is sorting data according to nationality. When they are of the same nationality, AUS, then it is ascending into position. Okay, I have given the command. Access is sorting the data. What is left? Only one thing, but is extremely important. Only one thing is left, but without it, you will not be getting any rewards. Have your name, center number, candidate number on the report. If you fail to put your name on the report before being printed, you will not be getting anything. You will not be even getting the printout from the printer. Okay, let us put our name and finish. Save. Let us have a look at the print preview. We are not ready yet, but let me explain. Let us go to the print preview. I always like to put my name here. In place, I would like to put my name here in place of that date. I like doing this. Close print preview and go to design view. That equal now, that function equal now is displaying the date. But I cannot delete and put my name in place of it. I will face so many errors. I know why. Let me tell you why. This is a text box. This is a text box. In Access, I cannot write inside a text box. I can only write inside a label. What is that label? Okay, let us change that text box into a label and then put our name, and then we will practice so many times with inserting labels. It is very important. Click in here, right click, change to label. Right click, change to label. Please don't forget to do this. Label. See, equal now is gone. Okay, let me type. Here is my name. Center number. Candidate number. Save. Prim preview. Perfect. The report is all done. All data is visible. Sorted as required. Search conditions are done in the query, but results are showing here. Just print this. Your name is on. Just print. Save and print your report. Yeah, I'm done. Save and print. Okay. Okay. For online, just make it PDF. Print to PDF and okay. Yeah, save it into here. 21 June, paper 21. Call it print out too. In the final, please print it on paper. Okay. When this goes on paper and goes into your assessment record folder for marking, I think it will receive the full mark. And that's it for this exam.